Okay, guys, I am doing my annual Christmas message, and of course, I go to Brian Cranford because he is a street preacher that promotes the celebrating of Christmas. And what better time of year to confront it than December when people celebrate Christmas? So here I'm going to be playing a clip from a video he did last year. He's actually talking about me in this video. And then I'm going to play the video that he's referring to. And the title of this video is going to be called, Is Brian Cranford a Bold-Faced Liar? Because you're going to see what he accuses me of, and then you're going to see the video that he's referencing. So let's go ahead and get started.
For heaven's sakes, just don't do it. Because the same guy that puts my name out there says, you know, let me just give you...
I want to point out, he puts his own name out there, right? And also, he accuses me of never talking to him. When I did have a conversation with him, I clearly remember I was sitting in a parking lot in Fort Myers, Florida, having a conversation when I did confront him on Christmas, and he did backpedal on Christmas when I was talking to him not face-to-face, but on the phone.
Give you an example and tell you my experience. He says, I go through a store by the name of Homo Depot. Now, let's just pause there for a second. If Homo Depot, which is Home Depot, is called Homo Depot because they support the sodomites, why are you, as a preacher, walking through there anyway if that's such a big conviction for you? You know it's a homo store that supports the gays, from what you're saying. You know that they've got Christmas decorations in there that totally drive you crazy. You know that there's people in there working that's wearing Santa hats that absolutely make you go insane. Why would you do that to yourself? Why would you go into such a place like that if it's such a stumbling block to you? Then he goes on to say that as I was walking through the store, you won't believe what happened. What happened is I was walking through the store and I actually came by the Christmas trees. And lo and behold, spirits, evil spirits. I could feel the evil spirits coming upon me.
So Brian Cranford is saying that I said, walking through a Home Depot store, evil spirits jumped on me and I could feel evil spirits.
Well, let's stop there again. If that was me, guys, I would have taken and ran straight to the manager, and I would have insisted to speak to the head of the store, and I would have taken him back there very quick and said, you need to remove these things. There's wicked, evil spirits jumping on your customers. They're going to enter into them, and this is pagan. This is all pagan. You know, why would you have these things in your store? You know, there's things jumping off of them onto me. I feel those spirits.
Okay, so this is what he's saying that I said. Now I'm going to play the video for you. Stand by.
Buddy, Asher here, Bold for Christ. I got my son Emmanuel with me. Felt compelled to do this short video on Christmas. It's called Christmas, Do You Have the Christmas Spirit? And the reason is most born-again Christians have come out of celebrating Christmas and acknowledging it as a holiday. There's a lot of truth about it now. Some videos I want to recommend there's a video on YouTube, I believe it's called The Unwrapping of Christmas. And actually, Brother Dan McGuire does a great teaching on his YouTube channel. The channel is called From Death to Life, all one word. And he does a great teaching on why we shouldn't be celebrating Christmas. Now, last season, there were some preachers that came out in a very boastful way about how they celebrate Christmas still. And what brought this about for me was I was walking through one of the department stores. It was actually a Homo Depot. I was walking through there and they had all the Christmas decorations up. They actually had those up at the same time they had the Halloween decorations up. And but I related to the spirit that I felt when I walked amongst all the lit up trees and all the decorations, and it brought me back to a time when I used to celebrate Christmas. And I recognized immediately that there was a spirit about it. And then I recognized that that spirit that comes about with Christmas is not, it's not, I guess what you'd say, shunned by the world. It's actually accepted by the world. The world accepts this Christmas spirit. We know a friend of the world is God's enemy. And so I was just thinking on it and realizing that there's a spirit about Christmas. And, that in itself makes it wrong. You could go through the scriptures and you could watch the videos and you could get convinced one way or the other, but that in itself is wrong. And I know that there are a lot of preachers out there that do still have the Christmas spirit, and this spirit is recognized and accepted by the world. And we as born-again Christians should not have any fellowship with these types of things. We're commanded to come out from among them and be separate, and not to touch any unclean thing. And I think Christmas is that. So, this is my 2 cents on it. And my family and I will not be celebrating Christmas. One example that the Lord gave me, I want to share with you. Imagine sitting down for a feast, and you've got the most beautiful display of food. You've got the beautiful turkey, and it's golden brown and all this delicious food. And everybody makes their plate, and everybody's happy, and they're dressed up, and they're best, and just the family's all happy. And then you go to take a bite of this food, and it's all made out of plastic, and none of it's real. And that's really what Christmas is. It's a big facade. It's fake. You have all these fake decorations of, Santa Claus. And maybe you say, okay, well, I celebrate Christmas, but I don't celebrate Santa Claus. The tree, it's a fake tree, or it's a dead tree. None of it's real. It's like if you went into a play, and sometimes in plays they do this great settings on these stages, and they can make it look like downtown city blocks, and with high rises. But then if you walk behind the stage, it's all 2x4 planks held up, plywood held up by 2x4 planks, and none of it's real. And that's the same thing with Christmas. None of it's real. It's all fake. And it's all there to stimulate the flesh, to bring about that Christmas spirit. And it's just wrong. I mean, to me, it's plain as day. The Lord's really revealed this to me over the years. So if you are still celebrating Christmas, and I wouldn't use it as an excuse that, you spend dollar bills and they have pagan symbols on them. That's dangerous. I mean, if somebody's celebrating a dollar bill and they're worshiping a dollar bill and they have a day set aside for the dollar bill, then yeah, I agree with that. But to use that as a cross example, like, okay, you spend money and money has pagan symbols, or you wear a wedding ring. Well, Emmanuel, I think, is kind of getting over this, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this.
Okay, so that is the video that I did, and you can hear the description that Brian Cranford gives about that video. So obviously he's exaggerating what he's saying. He's obviously making up lies, because I never said anything about evil spirits jumping on me.
Christmas decorations in there that totally drive you crazy. You know that there's spirits, evil spirits. I could feel the evil spirits coming upon me. Well, let's stop there again. If that was me, guys, then he goes on to say that as I was walking through the store, you won't believe what happened. What happened is I was walking through the store and I actually came by the Christmas trees. And lo and behold, spirits, evil spirits, I could feel the evil spirits coming upon me. Or you won't believe what happened. What happened is I was walking through the store and I actually came by the Christmas trees. And lo and behold, spirits, evil spirits, I could feel the evil spirits coming upon me. And I actually came by the Christmas trees. And lo and behold, spirits, evil spirits, I could feel the evil spirits coming upon me. Behold, spirits, evil spirits, I could feel the evil spirits coming upon me. Behold, spirits, evil spirits, I could feel the evil spirits coming upon me.
All right, guys. I think the point here has been proven that Brian Cranford is a bold-faced liar, or that his memory does not serve him correctly. God bless.